Here are 5 things I wish I knew before I played Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Would you believe it? We are 9 months now, at the time of recording, into Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. And it feels like, for the most part, time has went so quickly with this game. And of course, just around the corner we're going to have Season 4. Well, a lot of people will now be coming back to the game, of course Season 4 bringing the casino. I would expect over the next period of time to see a big influx of players to TDU SC. So with that in mind, well, one thing I haven't seen is, well, what do I wish I knew before I did play Test Drive? And I've kind of brought together 5 things for me personally I kind of wish that I knew. And I'm going to first of all start it off with progress. Now, zooming out on the map, we obviously would have been displayed with races initially when picking up the game. Now, yes, not everybody will be displayed with every race that I've got here. For reference, these are all of the races that we would have got. The ranked races, circuit races, sprint races, time attack, domination, and clan races. Now, of course, progressing through the game, you will unlock more and more races throughout more and more regions. For me personally, I'm at level 60. I've unlocked every race. I've done every race. And as time has went on over the past 9 months, I have essentially unlocked everything. So as you do progress through the game, you're going to unlock these new regions, you're going to unlock the new races, the new car categories, which of course will come with all of the new regions across the map. Then of course we then had the introduction of the Crown Jewel races. Now these races for the most part are phenomenal races. Let's just take this one at the very top of the map, Crown Jewel Jade. Everybody who has been here has played Crown Jewel Jade. This is essentially the race around the full map in a supercar or a hypercar with a minimum RP of 850. A very competitive race, and especially if you're down in Discord, a lot of people boast about their times, and that's fantastic. That brings the competitive nature that we want in race games. Now, of course, we're going to talk about the progress issue, and there is an issue with it. We would start off in the daily driver category up towards the north of the map. For me personally, I chose the Alpine A110. The choices were the A110, the Mustang GT, or the 350Z. Now, of course, it's up to you, whichever car you choose, but progressing through all the daily driver races, we would have then unlocked, I believe, Grand Tourer, then Cross Country, then it would have been the supercars, then the hypercars, okay? So the progress, it is a bit slow, and it is a bit grindy, but grind it, enjoy it, because once it's done, the progress, well, it's done. Until we obviously unlock the Ibiza map, we'll get to that at a later point. So, yes, progress may be a bit slow, but I promise you, it is worth it. Plus the sense of achievement, completing out all of the races, winning all of the races, and enjoying the journey to win all of those races, trying it with different cars, whatever it may be. The progress is slow, but it is worth it. Now, yes, of course, there is a bit of an elephant in the room, and it is around the ranked racing. Fortunately, going forward, it looks like we won't have to worry about or even think about that big black mark that is on the game. Ranked racing, it simply does not work. The aspect of ranked racing for the reward at the end of the season, which was the reward for winning or leading out the leaderboard with ranked racing, that's disappearing. That is a very good thing, but it does pose an issue that we will cover off towards the end of today's video around playing with friends. But coming back, not going off on a tangent like I tend to do, to ranked racing, to progress, it is worth it, guys. Stick with it, work through the story, work through, some of the clan races. When we look at the clans that we've got, of course, I chose to be a Sharp. Working through the Sharp, we obviously challenge up against Amisha, Jack, Joe, Eunice, and Angie Graham eventually. Working through that again, yes, the progress does feel a bit slow and tedious. I didn't enjoy it personally, the clan battles, but again, it was worth it. The rewards, again, this sounds a very negative video, but I promise you guys it is not. The rewards were a bit lackluster. The races themselves weren't as competitive as I would have liked them to be. But the progress working your way through the game, it is very enjoyable. I did personally enjoy it. I loved getting to the point in the game that I am at now, working through the races, working through the clan races, the crown jewel races. Then of course we move over to the Ibiza map and we have the rotational races over there. It is good to work through the progress. So for number one, it is progress. Understand that, yeah, it's not going to be quick. It's not a game we can just come in and blast our way through. It will take time to complete all of the races, unlock the different car sectors, whether we like that or not. That is the way the game is laid out. But enjoy the progress. Enjoy using your daily driver, your grand tourer, your cross-country vehicle, your supercar, and then later into your hypercar. For me, the hypercars are the least enjoyable in game, but that's just my personal choice. Many people don't like the cross-country vehicles. It's the way things go. So yeah, number one will be progress. Don't expect quick progress through the game. It is one of those ones you work your way through over time. I'm 9 months in. Yes, I've completed all of the races, all of the crown jewel races, the clan battles, all that sort of stuff, but I've enjoyed the progress I've had to this date. Second on the list, tuning your vehicle. Now, this is going to be quite subjective as to how it is you want to play test drive. Many people will come in and they want to play with stock vehicles, and that's perfectly fine. I totally get that, I totally understand it. Playing with stock vehicles can be very enjoyable. Most recently we've had the live weekly event all surrounding these Porsches. I bought this specific 911R for the live event and I got absolutely smoked in that race with a stock vehicle, no upgrades, no tunes, no nothing. Now, yes, we don't have to upgrade every car. We can see the Porsche I've got here. Not a single upgrade has been done to this. We don't have to upgrade every car. We can go into those races and enjoy the stock vehicles that we have got. That's perfectly fine. I do enjoy that. But there will come a moment in time, like I experienced most recently, with a stock vehicle, I got smoked in the most recent race. And yeah, at that point, we're probably going to have to tune the car, or we're going to have to lower our difficulty level. So when we come into some of these races, we obviously have to then make the choice. The one I've quickly came over to here, Grit and Glory, well, it's just for the Porsche 918 Spider, this part of this week's live weekly event. And as we can see, the Porsche 918 Spider I've got here, is tuned to 1034 RP. This thing is essentially maxed out, and I believe I've got a custom tune. Yeah, I've got a custom tune built for this, and it's currently on the standard road tyres. Now, do we have to tune our cars to the max level? We simply don't. You can come in here and maybe just change the difficulty setting. Yes, being on expert difficulty is going to give you that bonus reward of 40%. But if you want to come in on a stock car and you find that the races are simply just too hard, well, yeah, we can come in here and lower the AI difficulty, perhaps experienced, intermediate, amateur, or maybe even novice. Unfortunately, novice doesn't give any reward. Realistically, anything below intermediate is just too easy. I tend to race every race on expert. Yes, most of my vehicles are now fully maxed out. We can see the 918, as I mentioned, of 1034 RP. Where when we come over to the German dealership, we can see the stock 918 Spider has just 775. Now, you can imagine going into that specific race, well, it's going to be quite hard to race against experienced or the most difficult level of AI with a stock 918. Maybe the best port of call at that point would be to lower your difficulty. I don't tend to want to do that. I want the maximum out of the race. I want the maximum reward. But recent purchase being that 918, well, I spent a lot of money on that car whilst trying to save for Season 4, as we can see, 2.6 million credits. I didn't want to spend that, but I did also want to buy the 911R. So the compromise I've got at this point, do I then want to spend money upgrading this to make sure I win that race, or do I want to lower the AI difficulty? I'll maybe cover that off in another video, but as it is right now, do you have to simply tune every car to make sure you win every race? The simple answer is no, depending on your skill level. You may be good enough to beat the hardest level of AI with a stock vehicle, or perhaps you're coming in to play casually. Lower down your AI, lower down the difficulty, save money by tuning and, upgrading the car, and sacrifice that with the AI difficulty. There's no pride in changing your It's not going to affect your pride, sorry, in changing your difficulty, guys. Play the game to the level that you want to play. Enjoy the game the way you want to enjoy it. If you don't want to upgrade your car, don't do it. You can drop that AI difficulty. Equally, if you want to upgrade your car, go for it. That's what I enjoy doing. I play this game both ways, without upgrading the car and upgrading the car. It's entirely your choice. Next off, I want to talk about Frim. Now, not many people will come into this game and understand what Frim is, but we can see just here at the top of the screen, we've kind of got a bit of a progress bar, and this is all done through skills, essentially. Doing tricks with the car is probably how I would phrase it best. Doing the likes of these 360s, drifts, 0 to 60 times, burnouts, avoiding traffic, driving against the traffic in the wrong direction. As we can see, these will all score us points at the top of the board. And the more points we can, put together, chain together, the more of a multiplier we're going to get with those, as I don't make a very good effort this time out. The more we can do, the more we can chain together, we can see our multiplier will then increase. Right now we're at 1.9, just got up to 2.3 by doing a 360. Chaining together all of these tricks and skills and whatever it is you want to do here, well, you're going to increase your multiplier, you're going to increase your rewards. And reaching level 10, maxing out level 10, well, you'll get paid 100,000 credits for doing that. And every single day, you can do this 10 times. Quick maths on that one, well, 1 million credits can be achieved. Then you could add on to that, do it on a Monday. And when you do this on a Monday, something very cool does happen. When we come over into the start menu and we come over towards clan, I believe it is, yes, and into the clan battle. Right now, the clan battle here is winning challenge, how much you've won in races during that 24-hour period. We can see this one expires 18 hours 10 minutes. But on a Monday, this is all about Frim, how much Frim you've earned in that period. There's a couple of little tricks you can do with this, but the big reward for this is you're actually paid more. So if you complete out your 10 levels of Frim 10 times, you're paid 1 million credits plus an extra 500,000. Every 100,000 run that you do, you're actually paid 1,500. And there's a couple of tricks you can do with this. You can actually do this twice in one day. I tend to come on a Tuesday morning before the timer resets, and you can actually do it twice and walk away with 3 million credits by farming your Frim twice. It's one of those things. It's always worth coming in and farming out your Frim. It's not hard to do. Maybe it takes a little bit of practice to understand the perfect run, how to farm your Frim in the best way. For me personally, I like to come over here to the Aberdeen Tunnel. As you've seen, guys, do a run with the traffic, avoid traffic, throw in some 360s, some drifts, come to a standing stop, burn it off the line, work your way through the gearbox, get that 0 to 62, then come back down the tunnel in the opposite direction, going against the traffic here, avoiding them at all costs. Maybe, if you're brave, touch paint. You get a little reward for that one, but at this point we can see we're at level 9 on a 4X. We're absolutely sailing through the Frim farm here, absolutely fine. We've got one more level to go. We might just max this one out for today's video. But I come back here on a daily basis, I farm my Frim and I lose my concentration and I lose my Frim payout for that one. That's unfortunate, but I do come back here on a daily basis, farm my Frim twice on a Monday into a Tuesday and walk away with a lot of money. Now obviously coming into Season 4, I want to earn as much as possible. So that would be my best tip. Farm your Frim daily, guys. It's so worth it. It's easy money. You're simply going to earn at least 7 million credits a week, if not 7.5 million credits a week, if you come on and farm your Frim daily. For me, the easiest way of making money in this game, let's just say you're going to make a minimum of 5 million credits per week. You're only going to farm your Frim 5 times. You're still going to make a hell of a lot of money. 20 million credits a month you can make by just farming your Frim. That would be my top tip. Make sure you farm your Frim on a daily basis. Next off, I'm going to talk about the weather going into some races. Now, we've just seen Hong Kong at night time. I've yet to date see a dry Hong Kong at night time, so the weather is difficult to negotiate in this game, to say the least. Hong Kong at night, you very rarely, I don't think I've ever seen it dry. It will be wet. But more importantly, coming into some of the races, it's a bit difficult to build your car, if you're looking to build your car that is, for races when simply put you may not know what the weather conditions are going to be. Now, for the most part, the weather system is fairly accurate, but there's also a couple of tells we can come into it and maybe have an insight as to what the weather conditions may be. When we come out onto the minimap, what I'm quickly going to do here is get rid of all the races, and I'm just going to highlight the most recent live weekly events. First of all, the one we looked at earlier, Grit and Glory, which was the race in the 918 Spider. We can see it's a cloudy daytime race. Now, typically that would tell me it's going to be a dry race. It's Hong Kong, so it's going to be unpredictable. But first of all, if that's a cloudy nighttime race, well, it's nighttime and it's Hong Kong. I don't think you've ever, if you have, it's going to be very rare you're going to get a dry nighttime race on Hong Kong Island. So, cloudy nighttime, I would expect us to have a wet race. Cloudy daytime, the chances are it's going to be a dry race, but the conditions aren't going to be perfect. Take it down next to Rock and Rumble. It's pretty straightforward. It's a clear daytime race and we've got the sunshine symbol. We know that one's going to be dry. The last race over here in the Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe. Well, that's foggy at night time, and we can see just below the clouds, there's those little dashed lines. That there for me screams we're going to have a wet race, and indeed we do have a wet race. Now, it doesn't just apply to the weekly events, this applies across the board, guys. Spend the time and see what they are. We can see this 9.81 time attack race. I know this, I've done this a fair few times. Although it says it's a DNF, I've not done it since we had the refresh, or the refresh of the leaderboards. But that's a clear nighttime race. I know that one there is going to be a nice, dry nighttime race for us. What else have we got just around us? Clouds during daytime. I'm going to say that's going to be a nice dry race. Overcast and dusk. Now, going into that's probably one of the harder ones to negotiate. It's overcast, so I'm going to expect some rainfall. We can see the clouds, they're not looking ideal there. So I would probably have to go into that one and see what the conditions are going to be. But with it also being dusk, I wouldn't be too optimistic of that one being a dry race. What else have we got? In deep water, foggy and dusk. I'm going to expect that one to be pretty damn wet. Dangerous games, clearing up and dawn. This is a condition I've not actually seen all too much in this game, but with it clearing up, well, I'm going to assume we're going to have mixed weather for that race itself. The adage with it being asphalt and gravel is probably going to be a difficult one to pick the right tyres for. So yeah, spend the time in actually having a look through all of the different race conditions we've got here. We may in time start to understand how to prepare the cars best, having a look what weather we're going into the races with. And then lastly, number 5, I'm going to talk about playing with others. Sometimes we can come into this lobby of the solo hotel and we can see 4, 5, maybe 6 different players on the map. Right now, in the lobby, sorry, right now we can see there's not another soul in sight, and it is a sad thing to see, let's be honest. Other times, we'll come in here 5, 6, 7 players, the same over on the Ibiza map. Now, I'm almost certain previously we could look at these screens and we could actually see where other players were on the map. Right now we can't, it just shows the activities available. I'm almost certain there used to be a screen in here that showed where other players were on the map. Well, I must be a liar, I can't see it right now. But when we do come out onto the map of Hong Kong Island, well, this is where we would see who else is in our game. Just for reference, I've went over to the X menu here and I've got all the players selected. Group members, sharps, streets and nearby. Now yes, I don't see a single other player on this map. Again, it is a sorry state. This is something that does need to be fixed, and I'm sure it's going to be fixed in time. Now, we also spoke about this earlier and I'm going to come back to it. Ranked racing. Well, we would need to race against another real player to complete the ranked racing. This has been an issue since the launch of the game. It's almost been impossible since Season 1 to actually come in and do ranked racing. I've managed to achieve it a few times, but without coming in with a friend, it's been incredibly difficult. We need to pair up to do the ranked racing. Now, a lot of people can farm it, a lot of people help each other out. Now, that's perfectly fine if that's the way people want to play the game. It's not for me. I want to come in here naturally and just race up against someone randomly. We obviously know going forward this is going to be addressed, and I look forward to seeing how it's going to be addressed. But the issue we're going to have right here is, well, there's nobody on the map. How do we race against real players? Well, first thing I would be doing is heading here to Test Drives Discord. I've met quite a lot of people in this game through Test Drive's Discord, having a look through it, experiencing, interacting with one another, joining up. We've obviously got a big chat now where we all speak with one another in the Steam EU server. We all go on at the same time, we have a cruise, we have some races, we have some fun. The way we do this is linking up through Steam. Now additionally, we can come onto the map here, push Y, and we can find our friends in the game. Right now we can see Alex, Magical Hats, Jetstream, Joe, Digital Diesel. These guys are online but not actively in the game just now. When they're in the game we could see it. We could actually request to Alex, you know, Alex7, come join my game, or I could join his. Digital Diesel, come join my game, or I could join his. We can see we're all online, and it is another easy way we can team up. Teams of 4. If you guys are in the know, you can do teams of 8. It's an easier way of getting together, doing some cruises, having some fun with friends in groups of 8. You guys will have seen that we've done this before, some of the pictures here. We've had fun with one another, teaming up, cruising around the map, playing some games that we kind of set with one another. You can play this game online with friends, beggars belief. It is possible. We've done it a lot. Yes, it is not as simple and straightforward as it should be. It's not like what we've seen with Forza and other games of the like, where, well, online play is online play, and yes, I will address the issue. For a 100% online game, it is a very big issue that Test Drive must fix. I've got full faith in the devs, I've got full faith in the team that we're going to see these issues fixed. But in all reality, coming into it in a fully 100% online game, that shouldn't have been an issue from day one. It is what it is. So yeah, just to address that, it is possible to play Test Drive online with others. You just kind of have to be friends with them before you play with one another. That's my 5 things I wish I knew before I came into Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. If there's anything you guys would like to add to it for anybody else new to the game, or anybody returning to the franchise, let me know in the comment section down below. Additionally, let each other know in the comment section down below. And yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. We may be back here to address some more things we wish we knew in Test Drive. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and as always guys, please do smash the like button and consider subscribing. And more importantly, stay tuned for more updates on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown.